Today is April the 22nd. Why did they kill Jesus? Let's find out together as we read John chapter 11. Yesterday you read quite an extended passage in 3 different Gospels. Today, just one chapter, John chapter 11. It's the story of the raising of Lazarus. While Jesus was in Judea teaching, apparently Lazarus became sick. Lazarus lived in Judea. He lived in Bethany, which was one of the smaller villages around Jerusalem. They sent word to him that Lazarus was sick. Jesus delayed leaving for 2 days. When he got there, they said, he's been dead for 3 days. Would Jesus have made it? Maybe. If he had left right away, maybe. It really doesn't matter. Because even at that point, Jesus said, Lazarus's illness has a purpose, and the purpose is to show how glorious God is. You know the story, you've heard sermons about this story. Jesus speaks to Martha, he speaks to Mary. Martha is the one who says, when Jesus says Lazarus will live again, Martha says, I know he will in the day of resurrection. And that's when, of course, Jesus says, I am the resurrection. We can do this now. And then he does. It's a beautiful story. It's full of meaning, full of implication for us, for what it means to be a true follower of Christ, and what Christ is willing to do for us. But I want to pick chapter 11 up in verse 45. Many of the people who were with Mary believed in Jesus when they saw this happen, but some went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. Then the leading priests and Pharisees called the high council together. What are we going to do? This man certainly performs many miraculous signs. If we allow him to go on like this, soon everyone will believe in him. Then the Roman army will come and destroy both our temple and our nation. Pharisees said, Jesus is acquiring followers. They believe he's the Messiah. And the Pharisees correctly believed that many of those who were following Jesus would see this as an opportunity to rebel against Rome. And then the Roman army would come, quell the rebellion by slaughtering many Jews. And they said, what do we do? How do we deal with this? The book of John says Caiaphas, who was high priest, said, you don't know what you're talking about. Don't you realize it's better for you that one man should die for the people than for the whole nation to be destroyed? Now that saying apparently took on a life of its own. It got to the ears of the author of the book of John, who wrote it down verbatim, and then he comments on it. He didn't say this on his own as high priest at that time. He was led to prophesy that Jesus would die for the entire nation. Not only for that nation, but to bring together and unite all the children of God scattered about the entire world. So from that time on, the Jewish leaders began to plot Jesus's death. As a result, Jesus stopped his public ministry among the people and left Jerusalem. But he didn't go back to Judea. He stayed nearby. He went to a place near the wilderness, to the village of Ephraim, stayed there with his disciples. Now, it was almost time for the Jewish Passover celebration. Many people from all over the country arrived in Jerusalem several days early so they could go through the purification ceremony before Passover began. And they kept looking for Jesus. As they stood around in the temple, they said to each other, "What do you think? He won't come for Passover, will he?" Meanwhile, the leading priests and Pharisees had publicly ordered that anyone seeing Jesus must report it immediately so they could arrest him. Now, why had they made the decision to kill Jesus? Well, in part because they didn't believe Jesus. In part, they believed that what he was teaching was so contrary to their own teaching that it was dangerous. But another part of that was that they believed correctly that Jesus's followers, some of Jesus's followers, were interested in rebelling against Rome, and they were trying to protect the nation against another Roman slaughter. Because of that, they said, it's better for one man to die for the nation than the whole nation perish. That one man did die for the nation, but not in the ways that the Jewish leaders thought. That one man died for the nation of Israel. That one man died for every other nation on the face of the earth, even Rome. That one man died for you and for me. Please like, follow, and subscribe to this devotional on whatever platform you use to listen to it. Email your questions to us at questions@becomehope.com. Enjoy this Sunday in the church of your choice.